we have gotten the new SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and man, this is a W. I like them. You know what I'm saying? We got the Raw ones on the right side or the left side, whatever you watching, and then we got the other ones which came out today. And I think the SmackDown ones look better. How do you guys feel about
Oh,
this, Kiro?
you starting off hot. You
Ooh.
starting off hot. So straight off the top, you think the SmackDown titles look better?
Yes, I do. 1,000%. It's not even a debate.
Not
Yeah,
even a debate.
you got anything else to say, Kenny? Really?
Well, I mean, you know what? I gotta look at them both. Brian, could you please put them back up on the screen here so I can take a look at them and break down the aesthetics here? So if we look at the SmackDown Championships, beautiful title belts, absolutely beautiful title belts. I love the shape of them. Then we look at the Raw Tag Team Championships. I don't like the circle. I don't like the circle with the skinny straps on the side, but what I do like is the fact that it kind of looks like the World Heavyweight Champion, and I like the little red stuff on them. I like the red accents because I'm a color guy. Now, if we take a look at the SmackDown Championships, if that tag team symbol was blue, I think they would have been a lot better. Because right now they do look old-timey, which is not a bad thing because I think the old school belts were beautiful. But yeah, you're right. Overall, the SmackDown belts are better, and that's mainly just because the Raws are just that plain circle where I like the more squarish design better. Kiddo, judging
Yeah,
by what I said at first, I think. Go ahead, tell us what you think.
that circle is something that bothers me because it's like a perfect circle too, and it doesn't feel
Mhm.
like a title. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it should be rugged. I'm not sure if that's the correct way for it, but I do agree with you. Like the fact that this title, the Raw title, has a bit more color with the red. That actually ends up looking nice with the gold, and
Yeah.
maybe the SmackDown title could have maybe not have something blue because I don't know if blue, maybe like blue diamonds or something like that could have
Oh,
made the title look
Mm.
cooler, or
cooking.
maybe instead of blue you could have like a really light version of blue, something that's kind of like white instead of, because like blue is such a, it makes it feel like a toy. Like when you had the blue universal
Oh,
title or all red universal
yeah.
title, those don't have a great reputation for good reason. Those are not, yeah, those have been retired again. They had reasons for being retired. But man, this was a shock to me because I mean, last time we talked about the Raw titles, I was thinking like, okay, now the SmackDown titles are gonna be basically WWE Championship but blue. Based
Mm-hmm.
upon what we saw here, and I was expecting a little bit of a difference, but no, like now this title kind of doesn't make sense. These WWE tag team titles don't make sense because everything looks uniform. These are completely different now. Like what's
Yeah,
going
right.
on?
So I have a
Uh,
theory.
yeah.
There you go. I was
I,
about to go ahead, Brian.
I have
Hook.
a theory, man. So you know what I'm saying. My boy Cody Rhodes, I think he got to get a new title after this. There's a reason why they didn't uniform these titles because look at it, y'all. We look at the Raw Championships and we're like, all right, we can tell this goes with the world title. The
Yeah.
maths
Mm-hmm.
over there, but here the math ain't mathing. You look at these titles and you're like, what the hell is this connected to? When in terms of championships and titles in on the SmackDown brand. So I
Yeah.
think Cody will be getting a fresh title soon. It is a little surprising because the headquarters has this big statue with the Roman Reigns belt. So I don't know how that's gonna
Yeah.
go. I don't know if they'll change it as well, but I think that this means we're getting a new world title or undisputed title soon as well, and it kind of makes me happy because I don't know, man. I get like an undisputed vibe off these tag titles. Like if you look at the undisputed
Yeah.
championship, like the old undisputed title,
Oh
very
yeah.
similar, very
Yeah.
similar. So I think that we may be looking at the undisputed title, kind of remix coming around soon.
That's a good
Yeah.
point because didn't they just rename it to the Undisputed WWE Championship?
Yep.
Oh,
So
I
I
think
think
that.
you got a good point. When I look at those
Yeah.
tag team belts, I do see that belt Chris Jericho was holding.
That's the way I'm looking at it right now. Like that's exactly what it reminds me of. Like that is
Chris
that is
Jericho,
surprising.
Brock, Beep, and a whole lot, a couple of other people. And actually, I mean, the first week after WrestleMania and the first Raw, I was expecting Cody to come up with a new title. I kind of forgot about that. That's
Yeah.
great. So going back to that, I think Cody is gonna actually, yeah, have a new title. Hopefully, I mean, I'm certainly hoping to see something like that, and I hope it's the Winged Eagle title. We see that eagle right there.
Oh.
It's not the same thing as before, but it's, you know, it still pays homage. But we have a brand new version of the same, you know, beautiful looking title. I mean, I think we would all agree, like even if it's not your number one WWE Championship design, that Winged Eagle belt is, it's got to be at top three for everybody. So I would hope Cody brings it back. And like some people were saying, it will have like a red strap, like it was gonna look like a very different title. But you guys want the black strap, the classic looking title, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, for me, I want the black straps. My biggest problem with the Universal in the last few titles we had, like you said, it makes it look like a toy. I hated when they put that blue and red strap on there. So I hope we
Yeah.
stick with the black straps like we got with these tag team belts. But I mean, just looking at these Raw championships, I do think the problem is that it's a perfect circle. I think it should have the circle should have transitioned into the straps a lot sooner than they did to
Yeah.
just not make it look so rounded, and it would be a lot better. But you know what? Complain all we want. I think they are definitely a lot better than the championship titles that we had before. So
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
mad at either pair.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the circle shape, actually, now that I look at it more, it makes it look like a ring almost, like just a giant ring,
Like a
And that's what
Kissthering.
makes it real. Yeah.
No, yeah, I definitely must agree. But just going back here, guys, and just wanted to show you back to my point. This is
Oh,
what the
Ooh.
goodness.
Undisputed title looks like. When you look at the
Ooh.
tag team belts, this is the vibe I get. Obviously, they're going to make it different. They're going to want to stick that WWE logo more in the middle because that's the trend that they've been going for a while now with putting that logo there. But I really get Undisputed Championship vibes with these tag team belts.
And
What do you
Brian,
guys think?
look, stay on that picture for a second
Yeah.
because how I talked about the beginning on the video. Like I was saying, give some diamonds to this championship. It would look good. I actually didn't remember this title having these, diamonds. Look, it
Yeah.
just completes the look. So
Yeah.
because right now it's just too yellow and yellow and yellow and gold, basically.
Yeah. I do like the way the World Heavyweight Championship looks, though. I think they did a good design with that. But didn't Cody Rhodes post something on X with like a wing championship
Yeah, and
next to
look
his
beautiful.
saying like it was time to like change things up a bit?
Yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
did do that, but I think that WWE couldn't come to that compromise. So they were probably like, "Here,
Oh,
we can't do this for you, but here's what we can do." And this is
so
the way
yeah.
that they're kind of like, because they're still giving him an old school belt. I just think that
Yeah.
they're probably not committing to the Winged Eagle belt. They probably want something where they can
Right.
incorporate the WWE logo and it'll still look fresh.
No, I
That,
absolutely don't think he should bring back the Wing Eagle like the old one. Of
no,
course, that
no,
they're
no.
going to rebuild it and kind of make it
Right.
more modern to look like something that they got today, like one of these. But I think it's going to look good. New belts do signify big change. Like even when Roman Reigns got his new title belt,
Yeah.
it still looked like the Universal Championship. So if they completely switch it up, I don't think they got to change the logo in front of the corporate office or whatever. They could just leave that as is because
Yeah.
I mean that kind of cements what the company was when TKO actually got it. And I think if they switch it up, it'll be good either way because it does make it feel new.
And we
I
still
agree.
have the logo plastered in every belt. And I 100% think Cody's going to do it because look back at his career. He changed the Intercontinental
Yes, he
Championship when
did.
it was a mid Carter,
Mhm.
when he had a lot less pull on the company. Now it's like, maybe it's not going to happen like you said, Brian, where like, oh, I want this 100%, like Cody said. I think it's going to be a hybrid of what WWE and Cody wants, but it is happening for sure.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah.
could bet my dollar on this.
I definitely agree. And the fact they teased it in the trailer with Cody kind of holding the title, I think that
Mhm.
kind of signified, at least to me, even before the match, like something is coming. And I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
these new tag belts basically solidify the fact that that's going to happen.
Just
So the
curious.
draft starts next Friday.
Yeah.
Does he debut it then?
I
Or
think
maybe
once
Backlash.
I think once he gets drafted, I don't think it'll happen at Backlash. I think after the draft and what brand he's drafted to, they'll debut
Right.
the new belt then.